Chapter 1. What is the 5-hour rule? The 5-hour rule is a concept followed by some of the most successful people in the world. It's simple. Set aside 1 hour each weekday for deliberate learning. That's 5 hours a week. Not for working, not for checking emails, but for focused self-education. The idea traces back to Benjamin Franklin. Franklin dedicated at least an hour a day to reading, writing, experimenting, and thinking. He used this routine throughout his life and credited it as a key part of his success. Fast forward to the present day. People like Elon Musk, Bill Gates, and Oprah Winfrey have built similar habits into their routines. The 5-hour rule isn't just about learning more, it's about staying sharp in a world that's changing faster than ever. This rule isn't a trick. It's not a productivity hack. It's a lifestyle choice, one that compounds over time and separates the top 1% from the rest. Chapter 2. The 3 components of the rule. There are 3 pillars to practicing the 5-hour rule. First, reading. Books are knowledge condensed. When you read consistently, you gain access to the thinking of great minds across history. Gates and Musk are both avid readers. Oprah recommends books through her club because she believes in their power to transform. Second, reflection. Learning without thinking is like eating without digesting. Reflection means pausing to process. Ask questions, take notes, summarize key ideas, consider how they connect to your own life. This step turns information into wisdom. Third, experimentation. Knowledge alone is not power. Applied knowledge is. You must test new ideas, build projects, try different techniques. Whether you succeed or fail, you're learning actively. These 3 elements, reading, reflecting, and experimenting, work together to build lifelong skills and insight. Practiced daily, they create momentum. You become not just a thinker, but a doer. Chapter 3. Why learning needs to be deliberate. Most people learn passively. They pick up bits of information through podcasts, videos, or social media. But passive learning doesn't stick. It doesn't lead to mastery. Deliberate learning, on the other hand, is structured and goal-oriented. It's focused, intentional, and often challenging. The 5-hour rule creates space for this kind of deep learning. When you protect time each day to learn, you treat it like a priority, not a luxury. You're no longer hoping to grow. You're planning for it. This distinction matters. The modern world is full of distractions, news feeds, emails, notifications. Without a plan, it's easy to consume endlessly and never truly improve. The 5-hour rule brings back control. It makes learning a ritual. And over time, those small daily steps add up to massive growth. Chapter 4. How the best apply it. Let's look at how the 5-hour rule works in real life. Bill Gates reads for at least an hour every day. He carries a tote bag of books when he travels. He said, "Reading is still the main way that I both learn new things and test my understanding." Elon Musk credits books as his main teachers. He once said he learned rocket science by reading and asking questions. Oprah Winfrey has long believed in the power of books. Her book club is famous for launching titles to bestseller status. Mark Zuckerberg committed to reading a new book every 2 weeks during 1 year. These leaders don't just work long hours. They learn with intention. They understand that in a fast-moving world, continuous learning is their competitive edge. They don't wait for learning to happen. They schedule it. Chapter 5. Making time to learn. The biggest excuse people have is, "I don't have time." But that's not true. The average person spends hours a day on social media, television, or low-value tasks. The 5-hour rule only asks for 1 hour a day. That's it. Wake up an hour earlier. Use lunch breaks. Listen to audiobooks while commuting. Replace an hour of scrolling with an hour of skill building. The goal isn't perfection, it's consistency. Even if you start with 30 minutes a day, you'll be far ahead of most people over time. The compound effect is real. Small actions, repeated daily, become major results. An hour a day may not feel revolutionary, but in a year, it adds up to over 250 hours of focused learning. That's the equivalent of more than 10 full college courses. Chapter 6. Tools and Strategies to Stay Consistent. To stay committed to the 5-hour rule, start by setting a learning goal. Do you want to master public speaking? Learn a new language? Understand investing? Next, choose your learning material. Pick books, courses, podcasts, or mentors that align with your goal. Set a fixed time in your day. Make it part of your routine. If you treat learning like a meeting, you're more likely to stick with it. Use tools like Kindle, Audible, or note-taking apps like Notion or Evernote. Keep a journal to reflect on what you've learned. Try the Learn One, Teach One method. If you can teach it to someone else, you understand it. Join learning communities or book clubs to stay accountable. Lastly, track your progress. Seeing how far you've come will motivate you to keep going. Chapter 7. The Real ROI of Learning. Why does the 5-hour rule matter so much? Because learning is leverage. What you know influences what you can do, and what you can do determines what you can earn, build, or solve. Skills compound just like money. The more you learn, the more valuable you become. In today's economy, the people who learn fastest often succeed the most. Jobs are evolving. Technology is changing everything. The shelf life of skills is shrinking. What worked 5 years ago may be outdated today. The only way to stay ahead is to keep growing. The 5-hour rule is your edge in this new world. It's not about keeping up. It's about staying ahead. Conclusion. Invest in yourself daily. The 5-hour rule is a proven path to success. 1 hour a day, 5 days a week. Reading, reflecting, and experimenting. It's not flashy, it's not trendy, but it works. The people at the top, the innovators, the creators, the leaders, they all make time to learn. Because they understand this, your mind is your greatest asset. Protect it, feed it, train it. Learning is the only skill that makes every other skill easier. If you want to grow, learn daily. If you want to lead, learn consistently. Apply the 5-hour rule, and over time, you'll transform not just what you know, but who you become.